Oh, Periscope. Purposeful Lexi. Welcome to the Car Chronicles. I'm trying to get this thing together. Hey, Lois, how are you? I'm trying to get this thing propped up properly. How are you all today? Uh-oh, get my hands out the way. It said, here we go again. What do you mean by that, Lois? Good, I'm glad you guys hopped on. I wasn't on here yesterday, but I said I need to get on here this week. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to hop right in because this is another Car Chronicle. Yes, Car Chronicle. I love it. Your HR quick tip with your chief HR brain with HR Brain for Hire, the president of Delmar Johnson Enterprise. I am Delmar Johnson. And today, thanks for joining the room, Rev Noreen. Thanks for joining the room. These are my Car Chronicles, doing my HR quick tip for this afternoon, for today. Thanks for the hearts already. I appreciate it. I'm trying to reach 100,000 hearts, but for some reason, the hearts have not been registering with Periscope. I'm not sure what's going on with that. But that doesn't stop me from giving you some valuable information that I believe you'll need as you're growing your business, whether you're an entrepreneur, small business owner, mid-sized business, or an enterprise. I help you attract reliable people, increase your profits, and create simplified systems so you can enjoy your life and business again. So this is again HR quick tip, and today we're talking about if you're a small business owner, are you a low-hanging fruit? What do I mean by low-hanging fruit? Are you in compliance with the paperwork that you're supposed to have in place when you're hiring? And one question, I tell you this, if you hadn't been on my scope before, I'm doing these questions throughout the month of May that are always asked me or have been submitted to me recently. I'm always getting questions through my inbox, Facebook inbox, or somebody reaching out to me on the phone, or even texting me to find out an answer to something that has to do with HR related, hiring interns, hiring contractors, hiring employees. It doesn't matter. But one question that recently came up to me, that I found out several small business owners don't understand some of the paperwork. And one particular paperwork is called an I-9 form. An I-9 form. And that is, and most of us that have been employees and everything have actually, or should have, completed an I-9 form when you were in your jobs, right? Or if you're still in your job. If you remember back to the day when you was hired. Thanks for coming back in, Rev Noreen. And thanks for the hearts. You've completed, orientation paperwork, right? Part of that orientation paperwork were called I-9 forms. And what that is, for those of you who may not know, because like I said, I get asked questions about documentation all the time. And this is one of the documents I get asked about a lot because people don't understand what it is or what it's utilized for. So I want to give you some tips and some points on where it came from. But an I-9 employment eligibility form is the form that everyone who is hiring, particularly a payroll employee, okay, whether that's part-time or full-time, okay, even seasonal employees that you use over and over and over all the time, if they're on a payroll, if they are going to be a payroll employee, I'm talking too fast, tongue-tied today, y'all, but if they're going to be a payroll employee, they should complete an I-9 employment eligibility form. Delmar, okay, what is that about? Well, first of all, like I said, I always have my notes, guys, and I know this by heart, but it's some particular things I want to make sure that you get on this scope. First of all, it's required that all employers attest to their employees that they're eligible to work in the United States. Okay, whether they are, naturally born like myself, and I'm sure probably like you, are naturally born, or whether you have what's called an H-1B visa or some kind of documentation that allows you, or a working visa that allows you to work in the United States for a particular length of time. Okay, but it verifies that you're eligible to work in the United States. Okay, it is illegal to hire unauthorized immigrants. Okay, that will track that too. It's illegal to do that, so don't do that. Okay, if they're legal hey, bring them on into your company and take them through the process that you take through any other hire that you bring on to your business that are eligible to work in the United States. Okay. As of 1986, this is how long this bill or this law has been out, right? So since every employee that's been hired since November 6th of 1986, I'm gonna give you some specific things. Hello, Marriage Can Win. I was so excited for you guys yesterday. Your stuff looked good too. Marriage Can Win. All that looks wonderful, wonderful. But I didn't expect anything less. Okay, so you must have an I-9 form on file for every employee that's been hired after November 6th of 1986. Would you be willing to come back and ask me that, okay, after I get through with this, okay? Lois, I think I saw you something about come on your radio and talk about this, okay? Fines. Let's talk about fines. Let's talk about fines. Do you know that you can be fined if you don't have an I-9 on file for your employees? What are those fines, Delmar? I'm being silly today, but I want you guys to get this. Fines can be anywhere from $100 to $1,100 per employee. $100 to $1,100 per employee when a proper I-9 employment eligibility form is not on file for a payroll employee. Somebody keeps coming by my car. That's why I keep looking, guys. I'm sorry. Okay. Let's see what else is in my notes. I-9s must be completed in ink. If you see anybody filling out an I-9 form in pencil, just switch it out. It's like, you don't ever, first of all, let me back up. Let me say this too, because I've seen people do this. You never complete any type of employment form in pencil. It's ink pen, blue, black. Okay, you're good. Always have an ink pen on you. But I've seen people try to do it in pencil. It's like, do you know how people can go behind you and erase your stuff? Thanks for the hearts, guys. Okay. You want to complete that form on the first day of employment. Okay. Which is usually like orientation day in corporate America, right? It's your first day of employment. Same thing can be for your small business. Your first day is, your new hire orientation day. I thought pencils are just for elementary school. Is this Eric? Is that Eric? Yeah, or grammar school, middle school, Okay, I thought it was. Yeah, but you'll be amazed, Eric. I've seen a lot over the 20 years I was in HR. People trying to complete in pencil because they didn't have a pen. Always come prepared. When you go into orientation, I always have paper and pen. I'm a paper and pen kind of gal, even with all this technology around me. But an I-9 form must be completed in ink. It must be completed by all legal payroll employees, okay? There are documents that you have to verify, use for verification for that form. And there's a whole list of instructions on that form too. On the back of that form that lets you know what forms you have to have. But the basic forms I can tell you are your driver's license, your social security number, or a passport. All right. But there's several other documents that other people can have that may not be from the United States, but they're eligible to work in the United States. Make sense? Thanks for the hearts, guys. Anybody have any questions? Like I said, we're talking about I-9 forms today, an employment verification. Again, it's an Immigration Act form. Immigration Act was passed in 1986. So that's how long this form has been around. So what is that, 30 years? 30 years, okay? But I still know people, small businesses and growing small businesses that I know personally had employees here locally where I am in Memphis, did an audit for them, and they had 9 employees but didn't have I-9 forms on file. It's like, okay, that's $100 to $1,100 per employee that you do not have an I-9 form on file for. So that could be potentially, if you have 9 employees, I'm using this past client as an example. You have 9 employees. Yeah, wow, Eric. You have 9 employees, payrolled employees, okay? They were not contractors. They were payrolled employees. None of them have completed an I-9 employment eligibility form. They have not shown you their driver's license or their social security or their passport. That could potentially be a $9,900 fine for that one small business. Because it's $100 to $1,100 in fines. So they could be anywhere from $900 to $9,900 in fines if they did not do it. I told them to do it. I gave them the audit review I gave them. This is what you need to do. I hope they did it, because when I followed up with them, they got ghost on me. But that's quite all right. I gave them the information that they needed in the audit. It's up to them to complete it. All right. Anybody have any questions about that? Like I told you, this is an HR quick tip in my Car Chronicles. We're talking about you not being a low-hanging fruit as a small business owner, as an entrepreneur. Even if you don't have employees, I'm giving you things that you need to keep in mind as you begin to bring on employees, as you begin to grow your business like that. All right? Anybody have any questions today? No questions? That's quite all right. Let me see how many of y'all on here. Let me see. Okay. I got 7 people on here. At least it says 7 people. I tell you, Periscope is kind of tripping lately. Thank you, Erin. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. But if nobody has any questions, this is Delmar Johnson with Delmar Johnson Enterprise. I am your Chief HR Brain with HR Brain for Hire. You can connect with me, of course, on my website at hrbrainforhire.com. That's FOR, not the number 4. hrbrainforhire.com. Of course, you can connect with me on Facebook and Twitter at the same handle, at HR Brain for Hire. And of course, come here. I usually try to be here every day through the week. Yesterday, I actually did miss. I wasn't feeling well. But I said I needed to jump on so I can make up for yesterday and make sure I'm here for the rest of the week for you for any kind of tips. If you have any questions that I have not covered yet, because like I say, I'm covering questions throughout the month. If you have questions that I have not covered yet, please do a Facebook inbox or shoot me a question on Twitter, because I'm on Twitter a lot as well, and I see that question on there. But I hope you connect with me. Replayers, I ask that you share this with your audience if it's going to be helpful for people that you know are small business owners or mid-sized business owners or enterprises who still need to get in compliance with the I-9 forms. I ask that you share it with your audience and that you heart me up. I don't know why Periscope has not been counting my hearts, but that's quite all right. I'm going to keep asking. How about that? So I appreciate you joining me today, and I'll see you on tomorrow. Bye-bye.